All right, no, yeah, if you're ready, we can get into
Yeah,
it.
let's get into it.
All right, welcome to episode 1 of the Lockhouse. This is Cade Caballero. I'm here with Lucas Palenzuela, LP,
Yes, sir.
and we are going to be diving into NFL Week 5. We just got in the studio for the first time. This is our first time in the studio, so we have not missed weeks 1 through 4, but we have not been able to record for weeks 1 through 4. We're starting here, week 5. Going into OU Texas weekend, we're in Norman, Oklahoma, so we'll both be be there next weekend. But we're going to focus on the NFL for right now. So since it is the first episode, we'll start off with division winners.
Yeah, some season predictions
Yes,
we got going
futures.
on. Some season predictions, some futures.
Thank you for listening. Means a lot.
So what do you want to start with first? AFC East? Are we starting the AFC?
Yeah, that's what I have on my screen. So
All right, same.
AFC East, we have the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets.
I think that one's pretty obvious.
I will say, and like this is kind of skipping towards my Super Bowl prediction, but prior to the season, if we did start week 1, I would have said the Jets are winning the Super Bowl 100%. Like that was my team to win the Super Bowl 1,000,000%, actually. I was so confident once they got Rodgers. I thought last year, whenever like they didn't they were switching between Zach Wilson and Mike White, I thought that this team is so good with literally zero fucking quarterback. Like there's no way that
Mike White was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL when he was playing.
Mike White's debut was one of the most filthy things I've ever seen in my life.
He was up there with Jameis for sure.
Jameis, Mike White, two legends of last season. Well, Jameis is just an all-time legend, Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah, he's up there with Brady for sure.
We'll get into Brady later. We'll talk about Tom Brady at a later date. Not the biggest fan. But, yeah, for this, shit, you said it's obvious. We're talking about the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, Dolphins for sure.
100%.
Most accurate quarterback in the NFL. Top tier. Dolphins for sure.
Without a
There's
doubt.
just
Obviously, the Bills.
No one else in the division I don't think can compete with them.
So why not the Bills?
Bills, I just think that I just don't trust their coach. Dolphins coach, absolute dog.
Mike McDaniel is one of my favorite human beings in the National Football League.
If I had to, Martians got to death being pointed at Earth, who do you want coaching a football team? It's Mike McDaniel. And there's, no doubt in my mind.
If the Cowboys had Mike McDaniel for the past 5 years, we'd win 5 Super Bowls straight and be 17-0.
If we had Mike McDaniel for the past 5 years, we'd find a way to win 6 Super Bowls.
Easily.
But, yeah, I got the – and also, Jalen Ramsey wasn't there. Number 4, I don't know who he was as the Dolphins corner, but he got absolutely cooked by Stephon Diggs. Once they get Jalen Ramsey back, they're not losing in Miami when it comes down to it.
I agree. Well, no, didn't they just play Bills Dolphins? But that was in Buffalo.
They got killed. They got killed. But Jalen Ramsey wasn't there. It was in Buffalo. I give it up to Buffalo, but
well, going into that game, I kind of felt like the Dolphins were just gonna they were overdue for. You can't win. You can't put up 70.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't do a 50 piece, and then they needed that humbling.
I've never seen a 70 piece in the NFL. That was crazy.
But the Bills do got a good defense though. But I think Tua can dial in.
Yeah. No,
especially Jaden Waddle. He had just gotten back, Jalen Waddle. So,
well, and the Bills. I mean, the Bills' offense. I think aside from Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they really don't have anybody. They rely on those two, and those are two big.
And Josh Allen turns over the ball a lot too.
He does. He is. He is an incredible quarterback. But, you want AFC West?
AFC West.
How is this one not easy?
I want to say a different team, but I can't.
Here, wait.
I can't.
Let's just, for anyone who's unfamiliar, the AFC West: Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. Obviously, I think the Raiders and Broncos are not even in the conversation.
I could see if you told me that the Chargers won it in a close one, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm not saying.
I'd
the
be
Chargers.
pissed.
I'm not saying the Chargers.
I'd be like, that's a disgrace to football. But yeah, I could see it as well. Chiefs, 100%.
Yeah,
not
it's
even
the Chiefs.
No
I don't
doubt.
even think we need to explain that at all.
Yeah.
Or I'll explain it. Patrick Mahomes. we can
one
move
human
on.
being.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Actually, I'm gonna say a different human being.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
The Chiefs might win just because they have Taylor Swift on their squad now.
Well, they've been incredible leading up to now. I think if anything, if the Chiefs don't make the play, well, It's not even like a question. If the Chiefs don't go deep in the playoffs, I think she's to blame. I think that is the one thing that's obviously clearly
Well, ever
changed.
since she's been around, Patrick Mahomes has been terrible.
Well, I bet on Kelsey to have a touchdown last week, and that was the one thing that busted my parlays. He didn't have a touchdown, and that was, the only reason I mean, not the only reason, Travis Kelsey's always due for a touchdown, but I bet it because of Taylor Swift. I was like, there's no way this is the one game he doesn't.
Prime time, everybody's watching. But the only, what was I going to say? Taylor Swift, the past 2 games, Patrick Mahomes has not played well. Every Swiftie thinks Patrick Mahomes is the worst quarterback in the NFL, and they think Zach Wilson is a god.
I mean, yeah. What? Okay. Next, AFC North. Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals.
This is a tough one.
I would love to talk about the Bengals just in general, too, but we can get to that once we do pick-ems. We're going to go through every game here in a little bit and give you our picks for each one, so we can talk about the Bengals then.
So we both have the same divisional winners so far through the East and the West. We have Dolphins and we have Chiefs. So far, we both picked the same one.
Yeah, but that was easy. I would say that this one's a little more up in the air. This is a competitive division because so as of right now, it's week. We just finished week 4, going into week 5. The Ravens are 3-1, Steelers are 2-2, Browns are 2-2, Bengals are 1-3. But I think there's definitely an asterisk there because we know about Joe Burrow is not necessarily looking like Joe Burrow right now, and you can draw that up to injury or whatever. So it is a weird standing for them. But, I mean, seeing the Ravens at the top makes me want to go with the Ravens. But just in general, I would go with the Ravens, I think. I really like that team. I feel like the Ravens haven't even hit their stride yet. I feel like they've been sneaking through games. And I say that, I don't even know the scores. Maybe they've been blowing teams out. But, it feels like they've been not talked about that much. And I think they are a much better team than people think. But they're also first place in their division, so it's just hard to,
They were good last year, too. They were just battling injuries. The Ravens have battled injuries, even this year, too. I think Humphrey was just out. I think he just got back. Dobbins is out again. Zay Flowers is looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Before the season, I honestly would have said Bengals, but the Bengals are in shambles. And the Ravens have a great coach. They're going to win close games. Steelers are going to win close games. Browns' defense, I think, is a top 3 defense in the NFL right now, but they're not going anywhere without Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, and then I don't know. What do you think about Deshaun Watson? I think, honestly, Deshaun is just a good enough, well-established, solid enough quarterback to where if their defense is really good and their run game is really good, he's good enough to
make him to the playoffs.
He's it's a similar team. The Cowboys always have a good defense and they'll have a good run game and stuff, but it's Dak will just mess up. I think Deshaun's the type of quarterback where he could if he has a good team around him, he's just going to, do the right thing and not mess up. He's never going to have a crazy-ass game. He's never going to go nuts, but,
they're, a dirty team, too. They're a team that, I would not
want to play in the wild card.
They're tough. If it's the wild card, I way rather play, the freaking Chargers in the wild card than the Browns. Browns are going to, run it on you, get your defense tired, and the game's going to be, 17-13, low scoring. It's not a game that you want to watch.
Yeah. I don't even like watching the Browns play football, but, they're a good team and they're a tough team. They're a football team. They play football, smash mouth. They're the Browns. Or you can't say they're the Browns. They've been ass forever. But, right now, they are a solid team, all around. They're just – they need it to click. They need the chemistry to come together. Actually, though, before the season, like you said, Bengals, I would have said Steelers. I was so high on this. Well, I will never bet against Mike Tomlin, and
Mike Tomlin is, I think, the best coach in the NFL right now, besides Belichick.
McDaniel.
Well, McDaniel's a given.
But Belichick's the GOAT. McDaniel is I think the current the new
Did you see him? Did you see him running off the field the other day when the
in the stands?
No, when the reporters were recording him, he just ran off the field.
Oh yeah, just on some Uzi shit. Yeah, I love that. But no, I saw a video of it. I don't even know if this is I don't know what the context was, but I saw him in the stands just talking to fans and shit while the game was going on.
He's a goat. He's like the people's people.
For sure. And he went to Yale.
I didn't even know he went to Yale.
Yeah, no, he went to Yale. And, he just learned how to be an insane offensive coordinator.
I saw that he used to be the Broncos' water boy.
Yes, bro. He has quite the history, and I don't know much about it, but, I know I love it.
Yeah.
Just watching his scheme is crazy. I've watched YouTube videos where it's this is why Mike McDaniel's the GOAT, and they sold me.
I love how we were talking about the AFC North, and we're back to
yeah, exactly. Well, that should say something.
Yeah, I know. So who you got? Do you have the Ravens?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think
Okay,
they're
I
gonna
like
turn it
that.
around.
I'm
I
glad
think
you
they're gonna
picked the
turn it
Bengals.
around. I think they're only 2 games back. It's early. It's week 4.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals play the Cardinals this week. I think they win that game. So,
Yeah, and if anyone right now is like, if anyone's record is not indicative of how good they are, it is the Bengals of any team in the NFL.
for
Like,
sure, for sure.
The Bengals are
you
not a
could-
1-3 fucking team.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. You could argue like the Vikings, but but the Bengals are better than the Vikings. So
Dude,
and they're
I
both
would
1-3.
not argue the Vikings ever. Well, I get what you mean because what's the Vikings record? Right?
They're 1-3 also.
Yeah,
And it is Kirktober, so
that's actually interesting because like if you were to draw up a Bengals Vikings game right now, I'd probably pick the Vikings, but that will change.
Yeah.
That will change for sure because
so Ravens. So now we have Dolphins, Chiefs, and then you're going to Ravens. I'm going to Bengals.
but
AFC South.
Colts, Texans, Jaguars, Titans.
All 2-2, all tied up.
This is beautiful.
The Colts have surprised me. I was all in on. I think Anthony Richardson was going to be the best
Insane.
quarterback
He's
in
awesome.
the draft.
And he is.
I thought he should have gone number 1, but he has surprised me. Same with C.J. Stroud because I thought AR was going to be the best quarterback, but C.J. Stroud has surprised me.
Well, C.J. Stroud is the best quarterback out of that draft, I think, because like I want to say the situation he got put in, but it is the Houston Texans, so like that's not a good situation. Neither is the Colts, but like he is in a pocket passer situation where it's like, hey, your job here is to do your job. AR-15, his job is to like lead the entire offense and carry them in like a Lamar Jackson
no
fashion.
Jonathan Taylor either.
Right.
I can't wait to see what Jonathan Taylor does this week if he plays.
And Anthony Richardson's been getting hurt, but like I really think that's like kind of a give. Like he's gonna be getting hurt. Like if your entire offense is like, hey, we're gonna give this dude the ball, he's either gonna make a giant play and throw it 80 yards, or he's gonna like run over people. Like he's gonna get hurt, and so that might be a problem going forward. But like I still do think that like I would have picked him if I had pick any QB in this draft. I still would have gone with Anthony Richardson. So I want to see that play out. He's definitely the more fun quarterback out of the entire draft to watch. He's awesome. But
this is tough because Mike Vrabel's a good coach. Like they're gonna win like some games they shouldn't. Like that they're like they blew out the Bengals this week. I never thought that was gonna happen. I think the obvious answer is the Jags. If the Jags don't win this, I think they're the biggest disappointment in the NFL this year if they don't win their division and don't go to the playoffs.
I want to have a unique pick, but like I 100% going with the Jags.
I have to go with the Jags.
Definitely not the Titans, and I know like that would be like
Giants I think they're gonna be last.
Yes, I would think that they're like probably what most would consider the number 2, if not like probably Titans fans would say number 1, but like I think last. Yeah, no, I don't. It's gonna be between them and the Colts.
I would love to see the Colts get in. If like Jonathan Taylor comes back and they like start to go on a run.
Yeah, it would have to be some late season, just weird. They would have to be. I don't know. I don't have their schedule pulled up, but like it would have to be like
AR and Jonathan Taylor just go off and like they play like the Bills week like wild card game and they just upset them in Buffalo in the snow. Like that's like I could totally see Jonathan Taylor just running down the Bills' throat in the snow in like a week 1 wild card.
Well, if the Colts stay like relatively even as far as their win-loss, like I could see like second half of the season, like them just like all of a sudden sneaking up, and it's like, oh, who's gonna win the AFC South? And then you're like, wait, the Colts are even in contention, and then it's like they go on a little crazy 5-game run at the end, and like
it's like if they win and the Browns lose, like they're in or some shit like
you're
that.
You're right, 100%. All right, let's go over to the NFC. NFC East is the first division we're going to be talking about.
NFC
And disclaimer,
Beast.
we should say that you have 2 fairly large Cowboys fans talking to you right now. So
this is our year.
Cowboys win it clearly, easily, without a doubt. It's not even close, no contention.
I want to point out I'm looking at it right now, the point differential in this division. Giants are -76, Commanders -31. Eagles +28, and the Cowboys have a point differential of +83.
Yeah, I would love to talk about the Cowboys, and not just because like Cowboys fans, but like, and this is like always the narrative every year with the Cowboys is like we look great against certain teams, and we have flashes of like, oh, this looks like one of the best teams in the NFL, and then like all of a sudden, like, what week did we lose the Cardinals? Week 3.
Week 3. Yeah, week 3.
Yeah, and then you'll lose to a team that like people consider to be the worst in the league. But
I'm fine with that though.
But I like the good wins. I like
I'd
think it's
rather
big.
beat good teams and lose to bad teams.
Yeah, and it's hard because it's early in the season. It's like maybe the Giants are just ass, but like We beat them 40-0 on the opening week of the NFL,
Yeah.
and like it was in New York, so like
Yeah.
in the
No one
rivalry, like they
expected
drew
that.
up, yeah. And Dable's a good coach, bro. Like it was like
Coach of the year last year.
It-
He definitely was a candidate. I think he won it.
we should, yeah. I'm not sure. I would believe it though because like he's awesome, and the Giants are like not a bad team at all. In fact, I would say the Giants are one of those teams where it's like you never count them out. Like it's like
Yeah.
even whenever you think like
And they
this
had Barkley
matchup,
too. They had Saquon.
it was full health. That's what I mean. It was week 1, so like full scheme. Like this is one of the
yeah,
tougher,
Dable was coach of the year last year.
yeah, deservingly so. But it's like to go into week 1 and I mean, going into week 1 at
And we
home,
always
home opener,
and we had the whole
prime
all the
time,
hype.
Sunday Night
Everyone's
Football.
watching.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
wants the Cowboys to fail. And we
but
came out
also,
there and won 40-0.
on the flip side, bro, like they think they're like, hey, this is our biggest game of the year. This is how we make a statement. We're at home. Like we're gonna kick them in the mouth. Like we're gonna play them hard. We're gonna beat them, and like we're gonna start off the season strong. So like they're
Yeah.
going in as hard as they can. Like, they definitely they weren't sleeping on us for damn sure.
And the Eagles are 4-0. I think they're a soft 4-0.
Easily,
They have not looked like the Eagles of last
for
year.
sure.
All they can do is QB sneak, and that's the only thing I think they can do.
It is one of the best QB sneaks I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no, for sure. But I don't think it'll last. I think the Cowboys got it easily. I think Eagles are going to start losing a couple games that they shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that is the one fear of the league. I mean, the Commanders are being sneaky right now. I think we
Dude,
take care of
Sam
them for
Howell, oh my gosh.
I like him.
I love him.
Yeah,
I
he's
love him.
cool.
I might get a Sam Howell jersey. I'm
Sure.
buying into the Sam Howell.
Shit, for this podcast, I need to get a Calvin Ridley jersey, but no,
Nice.
no, Sam Howell is nice, and I like the command, bro. I love teams like that where everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then they just
Yeah.
come out and like,
I can't wait. They're about to change their name back to the Redskins.
no, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
That would be crazy. I like the football team, bro. I don't know why they went away from that. I
Yeah,
thought that
look
was
at this.
mad cool.
Look at this. This happened like last week. The Commanders have been sued for defaming the Native American Guards Association. The claim arises in part from an allegation that a Commanders employee called the group fake in a conversation with the former owner of a luxury suite at FedEx Field. So they're trying to like sue to get their name back.
So yeah,
MAGA sues Washington Commanders after Redskins name change.
TBD. What do you think about Ron Rivera?
I mean,
I think he's
they're
ass.
2-2.
No,
So
I think he's awful. I think he's like, I don't know how he still has a job. Well, I know why he still has a job
it's
because like he hasn't.
cancer.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I was gonna say like he hasn't really messed up that bad. It's just like, to me, like if you try to like look through, it's like
I think they kept him because they wanted him to be the fall guy if they sucked.
that makes
And
sense.
now they're 2-2 and they're like, oh shit, like Sam Howell's actually good. Like we might make the playoffs. Chase Young's back. Terry McLaurin's looking good. Sam Howell's like okay. I think the thought process of the season is like we're about to go 3-13 and then we'll just fire Rivera and blame it on him.
Is it fair to say, or can we agree that the NFC East is the best division in all of the National Football League?
Obviously,
Okay.
obviously.
The NFC Beast.
Yeah, I didn't think that was even a question.
Right. So there may be a little bias here, but I try. Like I am the biggest. I mean, I've been a Cowboys fan my whole life, but I'm also the biggest Cowboys hater. I think we're winning it,
Yeah.
the division. That is. If not, the
I got the
Cowboys will
Cowboys
definitely be
too.
a playoff team. I think Cowboys and Eagles both make playoffs. However
for
that
sure.
happens.
For sure. Easily.
I think we win the division because the Eagles won it last year, so.
No, we were gonna win it. We're gonna win it, and we're gonna.
But the
keep
Eagles did win
winning
it last year, right? Like
Yeah, they
okay,
won
so,
it. So yeah, we both got the boys.
for sure, and that might be a common theme on here. Is I'm gonna probably side with the Cowboys a little bit, but the second they piss me off, I will be the first to just go crazy on them. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't happen. NFC West. This one should be easy. We got Niners, Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals. Niners.
I like the Niners. I wouldn't be surprised though if the Rams gave them a run for their money.
Why the Rams? I would say Seahawks.
Stafford is him.
For sure.
Stafford is him, and like I don't think they will. I just think if the 49ers, if something happens with CMC or Purdy, like Stafford's a dog.
Yeah.
Stafford's gonna win those like divisional games that are like tough. He's just a dog. But I got the Niners.
I wish we had Stafford.
I got the Niners.
He's like the most like consistent, just like you said, dog. Like just like you can trust him no matter who's around him, no matter what's going on. Like they might, if you don't put a team around him, like he's not gonna win games. But like if you
He's
do
a
give him
dog.
the team,
You're
like
still gonna
he will
wanna
do
watch-
his fucking
Yeah,
job.
you're still gonna
for
want to
damn
watch
sure.
the game though too if he doesn't even have it just because he's a dog. I think
Hall of Famer.
sometimes I think that the Niners are like what Cowboy fans want us to be.
Well, I think a lot of teams in the NFL want to be the Niners. The Niners are
They
insane.
have everybody.
They have everybody. Shanahan is like.
I have CMC. We have Pollard. They
Oh,
have.
that's not a
They
fair
have.
comparison.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they have Debo and Ayuk. We have CD and Cooks or Gallup. They have Bosa. We have Parsons. Like, there's just, like, we feel like have a lot of, like, similar positions where we thrive.
Yeah, but the
I
way that
think
they
they're
run
almost-
their fucking offense is
That's what I was saying. Their coach
so
is just
much
way better. We have a fat O-lineman
Yeah,
coaching us, and they
yeah.
have just a Kyle Shanahan, which is, like, a wannabe Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. I try so hard to believe in McCarthy, but
We'll
it's
see what
hard.
happens. I
It's
got faith
hard.
in Micah, but I got the Niners out of the NFC West for sure. I think that's an easy one.
Yeah, no doubt. Niners, they're 4-0 right now. I think they're the best team in football right now, but
Yeah, you got to give it to
and
them.
that's not a hot take. I
No,
think
the
everyone
Eagles
would
are the
say-
only other 4-0 team.
I
and
saw
think
Stephen
they're
A.
fake.
said yesterday they're the best team in football. Dude, Stephen A. put on a top 5 teams in the league right now. The Cowboys weren't on it. Just, besides the point. But he did have Niners at 1. Everyone has the Niners at number 1. It's a no-brainer. This is a fun one. Going into the NFC North, we have the Lions, Packers, Vikings, and Bears.
This has been surprising to me because I had the Lions before the season as a close one, but the Vikings have just not lived up to potential at all. And I think Jordan Love started off hot. I think he's going to be good,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's good enough to beat the Lions. Like, Dan Campbell is, like, up there with, like, one of my favorite coaches. Like, he can fire them up. So I got the Lions easily. I
Dan
think they're going to have
Campbell's
it by,
lit.
like, I think the Lions are going to win this division by at least 2 games.
Yeah. I have to agree. It's a tough one. I agree with you. Obviously it's not the Bears. And we
Yeah.
can talk about the Bears in a little bit too, because I think that, they honestly, you could make an argument that they're even tanking at this point. But you said Jordan. I love Jordan Love. In fact, I wasn't following him too closely, and I didn't think much of him other than he's
Yeah,
just the
neither was
next
I.
Trey Lance type quarterback. We'll see. He's gonna be average, and Trey Lance didn't play, but I didn't expect much of Jordan Love, and watching him, I don't know if it was week 1 or week 2, but it was incredible.
Yeah,
in
he's
fact, he
definitely
looks like a
excelled.
fucking insane quarterback. He looks crazy.
He's definitely doing better than people thought he was going to do.
Better than I thought for sure.
For sure. I did
Um,
not expect them to be, and they also won a lucky game. Like, they should be 1-3.
Which game?
They played the Saints, I think, last week when Jameis Winston came in and led the game-winning drive, and then the kicker missed a
Goat.
field goal. So they really should be 1-3. That's why I think they're a little overhyped. If Jameis's game-winning drive, if the kicker makes a freaking 30-yard field goal, they're 1-3.
Yeah.
But no, I do like Jordan. He's over my expectations of him. He found a way to get 2-2, 500. It's not terrible. It's better than 1-3. So, but I just think no one can touch the Lions.
I like that. And the Lions are becoming a team where it's they're not even you used to hear the Lions. It's I think they're gonna win this week, and it's
Oh,
that's a hot take.
You
Lions
expect
are
them to win.
they're the best. They are the favorite, I think, of that division, and
If they played any other teams in the division, the only team that I would be scared of them losing to would be the Vikings in Minnesota.
yeah.
If it was Lions, Vikings in Detroit, I'm leaning towards the Lions.
Well, the Vikings last year were that team where it was their record was way better than
They
they
actually were.
and now they're the team where it's their record is way worse than they actually
Yeah.
are. So last year it was oh, I want to play the Vikings. They're not as good as people think, or we can beat the Vikings even despite their record. Now it's you're gonna go into a game as a huge favorite against the Vikings, and you're gonna be scared because it's they still
For
have
sure.
the best wide receiver and possibly the best offensive player in the entire league.
For sure.
So, and then their defense is not bad at all. They're a solid roster. I think it might be a coaching problem, but they're a little bit of a train wreck right now, to say the least. I think it's between the Packers and the Lions. I'll go Lions as
I'm
well.
going Lions.
I think that there's too much going for the Lions right now, and they put in too much work long term, over the past few years for to let Jordan Love come back and
Yeah,
take over.
for
At first
For
year,
sure.
it doesn't make sense.
They need this as Lions fans. Lions
Right.
fans need this.
For
They've been
sure.
waiting.
And like, if not now, then when? Like, literally,
Yeah,
it's
for
never gonna
sure.
happen if not now. So the last division, and then we'll move on. NFC South. I love this one actually. We have the Buccaneers, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Panthers.
I'll say it right. I got the Saints.
Interesting, bro. So like last year. I mean, I don't know if you remember. Like I had the Saints win the Super Bowl. That was prior to the season, thinking that Jameis was going to be the starter. Derek Carr. I don't like him. I've never liked him because he's boring and he's Derek Carr, but he'll do his job on the Saints. He cares,
They
he's
definitely
loyal.
need. They definitely. I feel like something's gonna happen to him. I hate to say it, but Jameis, there's
Thank
something.
God.
There's something that's like gonna happen to him. That Jameis is. It's like scripted.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jameis needs, dude. Like
He's
someone,
a starting quarterback in the NFL.
and I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's a lot of bias toward Jameis Winston here, and like I don't even know why specifically. It's just like he's awesome, and like I
He's
think
just
that everybody
a
should
good
want to watch him
quarterback.
play football because he is the definition of a fucking quarterback. But yeah, every year since Jameis has been there, I've been like, hey, Saints, watch out this year. And this is, I mean, to provide context, we're both Sooner natives, but I think Baker is
Overrated.
awful.
He's not good in the
Yeah,
NFL.
he's just overrated.
He has been playing great though. I'll give it to him.
But I'm
He's
getting
a
to that
guy-
point. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
Bucks are my pick for this division, and I think it really is solely because of him and because of his like, fuck this. Like I've been,
Yeah,
like because
they
he
feed
does
off
have
of
that.
it.
Yeah, he does have that element to him where he's like, we're a team like the Bucks. Like they got Tom Brady, they built that super team so they could win one Super Bowl, and then right after that they just started plummeting.
Yeah.
And I think since then, like you look at Mike Evans, you look at those players, like they've been kind of just defeated in the sense of like, oh, like we're not gonna, we're just here to do our job. Like we're gonna be mediocre. We're gonna be a 500 team. And I think Baker's the one dude on that roster, and he happens to be the quarterback and like technically the leader of that team. Like where he's like, hey, this is the biggest year of our seasons, and like that only applies to him. But like. He wants to win more than probably anyone in that
He can
city
definitely
does,
rally
bro.
the troops.
And yeah, and I think that once that starts clicking, which I mean, I would say it's the worst division in football, the NFC South. So like,
For sure. I don't
it's
think
a very
close.
winnable division. Like he just has to, survive the Falcons, Saints, and Panthers.
The Panthers, I think, are awful. The Falcons,
Awful.
I think, are awful. The Saints, I'm all in. Like I think they are good. I think they are better than their record shows, and I think they're gonna figure it out. Baker, he's already like exceeded my expectations, but I'm not betting on Baker Mayfield to win a division.
Right, and I really think that like, and I mean, y'all don't know me that well as far as my take. I really think I'm the last person that would say that. I have Baker winning the division.
I got the Saints.
I bet. So we're pretty similar as far as what was our two differences. I have the Buccaneers and you have the Bengals.
Did you have the Lions too?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we're all
You have
the
the
same.
Bengals.
So what we got? Niners, Lions, Cowboys, Chiefs, Jags, and the Dolphins, and then we differ in the North and the South.
Yes, on either side. Okay, so let's get into. Sorry, we had to establish that episode 1 just because we'll be revisiting that not too long from now. But and then let's go ahead and just say conference champions. So the winner of each
I
conference.
think ours are going to be the same. And
Yeah, for
I
sure.
actually have this. I actually have this slip as a Super Bowl matchup.
I've drawn it up as well. I think that AFC you got
I got the Dolphins.
correct, and NFC
I got the Cowboys. Don't you dare say the Niners.
I want to say the Cowboys. And so, God, I hope I'm wrong. I do have the Niners. I think that last year, and it's hard to say this because I'm such a Cowboys fan. I think they got robbed. I mean, that game was painful to watch when they had Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback. I think that the Niners, of all teams to have a chip on their shoulder, it sucks for the best team in football to have a chip on their shoulder, but I think they definitely do because they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. And I think if they were in the Super Bowl last year, they might have won the
'cause
Super Bowl
Purdy
last
got
year.
injured last year, didn't he?
He didn't play in the championship.
Who was their quarterback?
It was Christian McCaffrey. Well, they ended up getting to
Oh,
Christian
yeah.
because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
I
who they had a
remember.
backup, but I honestly don't remember who they had a backup. But
No, but you're definitely right.
bro got hurt too, and they had 0 quarterbacks, and they didn't know what to do. And I remember after the game, like they asked George Kittle, they're like, "Hey, like, does it hurt? Like, knowing that like this game could have been different if like Brock and like so and so didn't go down." Was it Colt McCoy? I don't even know who it was, but it was like I want to say Colt McCoy. I don't know, but George Kittle was like, "Does it fucking hurt?" Yeah, it hurts. Like, are you kidding me? We would have been in the Super Bowl. We literally didn't have a quarterback, and we're trying to play a football game in the NFC Championship. I think they have a chip on their shoulder. I think they are the best team in football right now. I hope the Cowboys beat them and make it there. But as of now,
It was Juwan Johnson,
Juwan Johnson. I remember that. I do remember that dude.
and he completed 7 passes.
He looked terrified. Like it was like
And
both feet
Jalen
moving
Hurts-
at once. Like just crazy. Yeah, he did not.
It was just a horrendous game. Jalen Hurts only had 120 passing yards, and their leading rusher was Kenneth Gainwell with 48 yards.
They didn't have to do anything.
So like
bro.
they really like did not play well either. Their leading receiver was Devontae Smith with 2 catches with 36 yards.
That's why it was so crazy because like once they played the Chiefs and the Chiefs beat them and it was such a close game, I was like, I don't know how close the game would have been if the Niners were in the Super Bowl. Like I really think that they were the best team in football last year.
They didn't. The Eagles won 31-7, and they didn't even have 300 yards in the game.
That's crazy. And to me, they've been quiet this year. The 49ers, like in a pissed off way. Like, hey, we have business to take care of. Like, we were supposed to win last year. We should have been there the year before. Like,
For sure.
when we did make it, we lost. Jimmy G was like, it's just like this is it.
It was
We're
just
the
a
team.
terrible
We're ready.
game.
So I want to say they're making it to the Super Bowl. But
Yeah, but so what you have?
so for the Super Bowl prediction, I mean, yeah, I have Niners.
All right, I have Dolphins Cowboys.
Yeah, I have Dolphins Niners. I hope it's Dolphins Cowboys. If it is Dolphins Cowboys, the Cowboys win it. If it's Dolphins Niners, I think the Niners have that game.
All right, and I have Cowboys over the Dolphins.
So you have the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
I have the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl over the Dolphins.
So you had it here
in,
first.
in Vegas. In Vegas.
That's where it is this year, Las
Yep.
Vegas.
Yeah, I've already booked
Beautiful.
my trip.
That is beautiful.
Alright.
I'll go. Yeah, we'll record live from Vegas as the Cowboys beat the Miami Dolphins to win their first Super Bowl since before the smartphone was invented.
Bro, that's even crazy to say. Way before, we could probably think of something way crazier than the smartphone.
Oh, for sure. I don't. Yeah. no.
Before
I was born. Before he was
before
born.
the century.
Yes, literally. Before. Yeah, no, that's insane. But let's go ahead. Oh, we have so much more to get into. Here, we'll have to start speeding up a little bit. But
Oh boy,
yeah, Offensive Player of the Year.
I got CMC,
I like that.
but
I
I'm
was
not gonna take him. But I like him, and I'm not gonna. I think it's gonna be Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I love Tyreek. I think the clear answer is Christian McCaffrey, but
Like I want to take him, but like I don't. I think something. I think.
and I like
don't
Tyreek
trust his
Hill. I
health.
like a Dolphins player as like the other bet, but like I would go Tua just because like the way the NFL works and just like quarterbacks, and I think that I could just see Tyreek being out for a few weeks, maybe here in the middle of the season, or just
That's how
something
I am with
happening.
CMC. That's why I'm tailing Tyreek.
Yeah, I love Tyreek. I love the Tyreek pick. I'm probably gonna go Tua, but my thing is like you can't win MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. It's like if Tua's gonna win Offensive Player of the Year, like he's gonna
I
win
don't-
MVP.
Yeah, I don't think a quarterback is gonna win. Oh boy.
I agree. Shit. Well, I don't want to pick this. I mean, I think I'll go Christian.
That's not a bad pick.
I'll
I
go
think
Christian.
he definitely is the favorite over Tyreek, but I just don't think CMC can stay healthy. I think he's gonna have to sit out like 2 or 3 games for something.
Yeah, but like I think when it comes down to the end of it, it's like towards the end of the season, the Niners are gonna look. In my opinion, I think they're gonna look like the best team in football, and they're just gonna only look better towards the end of the season.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think like it's all what matters at the end. You know, like once
Yeah.
you see at the end, like it's what's happening now and with the hype at the end of the season. I think that Tyreek is going to be on paper and just in general, like probably the best offensive player in the league. But I think that Christian McCaffrey is probably gonna be the one who wins it.
So you got C-Mac?
Yeah, I'll do a CMC.
All right, I'm going Tyreek.
I love it.
Depoy?
Easy.
Yeah, I got Micah. I
The
could
dude
see
from Dallas.
Yeah, I got Micah. He's just a dog.
Yeah, no, there's. I mean, well, not even that. It's like who else?
I could.
I mean,
see,
TJ
like,
Watt.
Yeah, but like I don't think they're gonna be relevant or good.
No, and
I
it's-
think the
and-
Cowboys are gonna end up going like 14-3. They're gonna be all the talk, and he's just gonna have all the hype around him. Like I don't.
The
think
thing
it's
is,
gonna be
like Dak
close.
Prescott, and we can get into that later. Like, he's like there's no one on the like.
The defense is winning our games.
Micah Parsons is the Dallas Cowboys
Yeah,
without a shadow of a doubt.
Especially with Diggs out, all the hype around our defense is gonna be revolved around Micah. You hear Cowboys defense, you don't hear that. You hear Micah Parsons.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Diggs being out. That crushed me.
I know. So we both got Micah. I think we might have the same pick for MVP.
Mr. Tagovailoa.
I have Tua. I literally, in every fantasy league, I have Tua. Tua is my quarterback in every single league that I'm in.
I love it.
And I got hated on it. I got hated on it in my drafts. They were like, "Why did you draft Tua? He is gonna get literally Tua'd and be concussed." And I was like, "Just trust. There's no way you're not gonna be a good quarterback and you're throwing Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill."
And actually that is my point. Here's my thing. Like, I think the most valuable player, the MVP, I think the most valuable player in the NFL is Michael Parsons, as far as like how much of a difference one player can make for an entire team.
Yeah.
And especially at his position, because it always is, usually a quarterback naturally has to have
it's a quarterback
the most
award
impact.
now.
But because it's a quarterback award, I think that it's going to go to Tua, just because I think they're going to I think they already are producing one of the best offenses of all time that I've ever watched. And
a lot of that has to go with Mike McDaniel.
I think more of it's Mike McDaniel than it is Tua. But you can't give the MVP to McDaniel.
I think it's more, like, I want to say it's not Tua. Tua is a good quarterback, but I think it's a mix between Mike McDaniel and then Tyreek Hill and like the offense in general. Like,
I don't even think Tua is a top 3 quarterback in the league, but I still think he's going to win MVP.
It's like Mike McDaniel is like, holy freaking shit, we have a guy that can run a 3.5 40. Let's throw a screen pass to him, and then he can turn it into 40 yards, and then boom, Tua has 40 yards passing.
Yeah, and then you don't know who you're talking about, whether it's Waddle or Tyreek. Like, they both are the same dude,
it's like let's throw a slant, and then they'll turn it into 50 yards, and then boom, Tua stats, and now he has 50 yards passing.
I think it'll be one of those things where, like, you just can't not give it to him.
Yeah.
It's like nobody thinks that he's better than Josh Allen. Nobody thinks he's better than Mahomes.
I think Josh Allen is the most overrated quarterback in the league. And we could
disagree. I think he's underrated right now because of how much, like, scrutiny he's going under, because his team is bad, bro. I don't think – not his team is bad, but
the defense is, like, the best defense in the league right now.
Dude, switch Josh Allen. Okay. Switch Josh Allen, and if you don't think he's a top 5 quarterback, then that's whatever. But, like, assuming he is a top 5 quarterback, switch him.
I think he's 5 through 10.
Maybe. We can go into that later, but, quarterback rankings. But I think that if you switch Josh Allen with someone else who's not Patrick Mahomes or, like a top 3 quarterback, like, I don't think they're near the team that they are right now. I don't think that their offense is not honestly that good. It's like it really is just Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I don't know. But my point, like, I don't think there's any chance Josh Allen wins MVP because I don't think their offensive production is going to be there at all. In the terms, or in the sense
I just think he just turns over the ball too much. That's why I think it's going to limit him. Like, I think that they're definitely going to have one of the best records in the NFL. He's going to be a top 5 in the conversation. But I don't think he's going to win it.
Yeah. Turns the ball over too much.
I think the NFL wants him. I think the NFL wants him to win it. I think the NFL is trying to get, like, another guy like I think they want that rivalry, like Brady Manning. They want that to be Mahomes Allen.
They were looking for it to be Burrow Mahomes, bro, and
Burrow's killing that rivalry.
Yeah,
I think. I mean, like, yes and no, because Mahomes has the Super Bowls, but 1-on-1, I think hasn't Burrow won every time?
I mean, not the Super Bowl.
They're both in the AFC.
Oh, my bad. Scratch that. We're gonna cut that out. No, yeah.
Like, Mahomes has the Super Bowls, but every time they've played, I think.
I think the better way to look at but I think, like, I mean.
No, I definitely agree.
I think obviously Mahomes is a better quarterback, but I take
that back. I think Mahomes and Burrow is like the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and then Josh Allen is like my Big Ben.
Yeah,
he's Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, that's crazy. No, I mean, when Mahomes and Burrow played, it wasn't. Tyreek wasn't playing on the Chiefs then, right? Whenever Burrow beat Mahomes,
I think the first time.
Maybe
because he's only been on the Dolphins for what? Last year was his first year.
Yeah.
This is Tyreek Hill's second year.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like my argument is that Burrow literally has, like, an offense built around him. The chemistry, like, it was just.
And they're
To
1-3.
to me, the Chiefs have nobody, especially right now. Like they won the Super Bowl last year with nobody but Mahomes, and like that to me solidified it. But we'll move on to
Some pick'ems.
we're gonna get into pick'ems. Before we do the pick'ems, we're gonna do the locks of the week. So we're gonna go through every NFL game and give you our picks for the spreads on each one. But prior to that, we're gonna do our favorite and our favorite underdog, and then our lock of the week. So each of us will give you our most confident pick of the week.
Are we doing like spreads or just like games for these?
So for favorite, okay. So my idea for favorite was that you pick your favorite team that is favorited, but you pick their spread.
Okay.
So you pick your favorite minus 3.5 or whatever, and then for favorite underdog, you pick your favorite plus 6.5 or whatever.
I like it.
So you're not necessarily picking who you think is going to win the game, but you're picking your favorite spread.
All right. I have. Do you want to go first or me?
No, you're gonna have to go first. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even really looked at the slate like that this week.
My favorite. I know we've been talking to them a lot, but it's the Dolphins.
And what is that spread?
It's 11.
I like it.
And it started out at I think like 9.5, but I still like they got humiliated by the Bills. They came into that game undefeated. All the talk was around Tua being MVP, and then they just got manhandled by the Bills. Daniel Jones, the Giants have had the worst offense of the league. I think they're like averaging like 5 points per game.
Yeah, and
the Dolphins are about to come out and I think they're going to come out pissed off, and they're going to be like, that game was a fluke. We are the best team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won by 30.
No, I agree. And when I was like looking through this a minute ago, I was definitely thinking Miami spread. I don't know if they're my favorite, but just because they are the highest point differential of the week.
That's what they want you to think.
Oh, but I love it. I still love it. I'm taking the Dolphins minus 11. But I also think like coming off a 70-point win, and I'll go back to that. Like that is so insane.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put up on like 50, 60 points.
Agree.
Like
I mean, we put up 40 we won 40-0 against the Giants.
And our offense wasn't even looking good. Like we are the worst red zone team in the NFL right
now. Easily.
Like all we do is kick field goals, and we had 40. Imagine what Tua was gonna do.
Right. I mean, yeah. It also helps that we have 4 defensive touchdowns a game, but
I know that goes up to our decoy right there.
Micah Parsons, the GOAT, the greatest to ever play the position.
Retweet.
Yeah. So okay, so your favorite is the Dolphins. I need a second to look at this for mine. I think definitely not though, dude. Hold on. It's between the Ravens -4 and the Chiefs. Chiefs -4 against the Vikings. But it's hard because the Vikings, whenever a team is underperforming this heavily, like you want to think they're due every single week. Coming off of it's little rest, right? Because they played Monday night. Yeah, and Andy Reid's known for he likes his rest, but
I don't think it was Monday night.
Well, I
think it was Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night.
It was Sunday night.
Monday night?
Monday night was the Jets. Or no, my bad, Giants. Seahawks.
Oh yeah, Giants Seahawks.
Giants got railed again.
Sunday night was Chiefs.
Yeah, I think.
And the close one was his Jets.
Favorite. Let me keep. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs. Chiefs Vikings. Kansas City -4. I don't like that game. It feels like a trap, but like my brain is telling me like I have to go Chiefs -4. Yeah, no, Chiefs -4 is my favorite of the week.
That's perfect because that goes in right into my favorite underdog.
My
my favorite underdog is the Vikings against the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Good. I'm glad there's a narrative now.
Yeah, like I think that Taylor Swift is not gonna show up to the game.
Dude, fuck, she's gonna be the reason. Damn it.
I think ever since the NFL has talked about Taylor Swift, I think she's not gonna pull up to Minnesota. And I think she's not going to pull up to the game, and then they're going to end up – I'm taking – my favorite underdog, it is the +4, but I ultimately think they're going to lose the game, and then everyone's going to be like, Taylor Swift needs to show up to every game or else the Chiefs are going to lose.
So your
Like, I
prediction, let me just clarify. You think that Taylor Swift is going to not show up to Minnesota? She's not coming to the game.
Yeah.
And for that reason, the Chiefs are going to lose, and that'll push the
Yeah,
whole
like
NFL rig
my
narrative.
favorite underdog pick is the +4, but I ultimately think that they're gonna lose, and the NFL is gonna rig it for them to lose.
So
I
you think
they-
Chiefs win, but they win by like 2 or 3?
I ultimately think, like, if like to the viewers here, I'm saying take +4, but the Vikings I think are gonna win the game. And
like
the
that.
NFL is gonna rig it, being like they're gonna rig it because Taylor Swift's not gonna be there, and they're gonna say the Chiefs are like 0-1 when Taylor Swift's not there. Like, the Chiefs have never won a game when Taylor Swift's not there. Like, because the NFL loves the Taylor Swift buzz.
Wait. If it's too, I didn't even see okay, hold on. And this isn't just because I agree, but I do agree with the whole like NFL rig narrative there. The Jets, I didn't realize they were the underdogs against the Broncos. Jets +1.5. That is my underdog of the week. Can I switch it?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I'm gonna officially switch it. So if the Jets don't cover this and the Chiefs do, I was wrong. I'm going Jets. I did not see this. How are the Jets under? How is anybody an underdog against the Broncos right now? I feel like the Jets are so due for a win. Like, they had a good loss last week against the Chiefs.
They definitely are. I think they're 100% going to build off that win. But, like, that's a game where, like, I will not bet on. I will not pick.
No.
Like, we eventually will pick that game, and I'm going to save it for, like, a gut feeling then. But
fuck it. I switch it. I'm going Jets. Jets +1.5, 325 on CBS against the Broncos. Jets, they're my favorite of the week. Oh, they're not a favorite. I'm dumb. They're an underdog.
no, yeah, they're +1.5.
Damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, my bad. Chiefs. I got to go with Chiefs.
You go Chiefs.
Dude,
All right,
I
so
think this is a week of all. I think every underdog's winning.
that's
This is
great.
crazy.
That's great because I actually have a parlay of like hella underdogs.
Okay, yeah, this looks like an underdog week 5. So like speaking of that, let's go into our favorite underdogs, and I actually have quite a few of them. You can go first if you have anything.
Well, yeah,
in mind.
my favorite underdog was the Vikings. I already said it. I think the NFL is gonna. I think Taylor Swift's not gonna show up. I think that the NFL is gonna rig it so the Vikings win this game off some BS play, where like Mahomes throws like a touchdown pass for the win, but then it's like offensive holding or like illegal hands to the face, and they're not gonna win the game. I think the Vikings fans are gonna be yelling "Skull," best chant in the NFL, and I think the Vikings are gonna somehow win this game and go 2-3, and everyone's gonna be like, guys, Vikings are 1-3. There's no chance that they beat the Chiefs. They're 1-3. They're not good, and I think they're gonna win this game, and they're gonna blame it on Taylor Swift for not being there. I promise you.
No, I feel. I'm gonna. I just saw another one that made me want to change.
Is it Bengals?
No, it's Patriots are a favorite.
Oh,
I was talking
you're
about the favorite.
fading, like all my picks.
I know. But I'm not gonna pick it just for the narrative. I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs for my favorite. For my favorite underdog. Now I just realized, based on what you just said a second ago, this is fading you. My favorite. Oh,
Wait,
dude, no.
When
I
you
don't
mean
wanna
favorite underdog, are you saying you got Saints?
I'm not even talking. Okay, so I meant backtracking. I was gonna switch my favorite to the Patriots, -1. However, I'll keep it with the Chiefs.
Who's your favorite underdog?
This is tough. I think.
So my favorite was the Dolphins -11,
My favorite is the Chiefs -4.
and then my favorite underdog is Vikings +4. Who's your favorite underdog?
Dude, this is crazy. I think it's the Cardinals +3.
Wow.
I think it's the Cardinals +3 at home against the Bengals.
I mean, like,
I don't know. What do you think about Burrow?
I see on paper, I'm just looking, and it says Bengals, and it's me saying, like, there's no way. But, like, we're through 4 weeks, and, like, I'm not agreeing with you. But,
okay,
like,
actually,
I don't
time
hate
out. We're going to go Thursday
especially
Night
since
Football.
it's a field goal. You like Bears +6?
I like the Bears +6.
Okay.
And
Bears
that's actually what I'm
+6.
changing it to. Bears +6 because it's, okay, multiple reasons. It's Thursday Night Football. One, Washington, they are the Commanders. The Bears are 0-4. They're due. I mean, like, I don't see them going 0-17. If they're going to beat any teams, it's going to be games like this. But I don't even think they're going to win the game necessarily, but 6 is a good amount of points, and it's prime time. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it'll be a fight. I think after last week when Justin Fields was so close to winning and he had the performance he did, I think they got to win one. I think they got it. Like, I don't think they go 0-5. I don't know.
Who?
The Bears.
Ugh.
And they might go 0-5, but plus
Hey,
6
just to
is one
know
of the
this,
bigger
I
lines on
listened to
here.
it. I listened to it on Part of My Take on Monday. Bears play the Panthers, I think, a month from now, and it has a chance to be the like an Ophir Bowl. And I'm totally on. I'm backing what they talked about. I am 100% in. I think this NFL is somehow gonna rig Panthers Bears to play each other. Both 0-8, 0-7. Whoever wins that game is gonna end up getting Caleb Williams. It is November 9th. It is 4 weeks away. Panthers Bears in Chicago. And you know why I think they rigged it that way?
You said it's 4 weeks away?
4 weeks away.
So you think they're both going to be 0-8?
I think they're both going to be 0-8. And you know why I think that?
Yeah.
Because for some reason, the Panthers and Bears play on Thursday Night Football, prime time at 7:15. And you know what's even crazier? They already have that spread out, and it's Chicago -1.
They already have the spread 4 weeks
They
away?
already have the spread 4 weeks away. It's a Thursday night primetime game, and it's the Chicago Bears versus the Carolina Panthers, both sitting at 0-4 right now. They are going to lose every game since then. And it's not even that crazy because look at this. The Panthers play the Lions this week. They play the Dolphins the week after that. Then they play the Texans and Colts. And those teams have rookie quarterbacks, but they've been pretty good. And then the Bears play the Commanders, then the Vikings, then the Raiders, which is also, the Raiders haven't been looking good, but the Raiders, and then the Chargers, and then Saints.
It's very
I'm telling
interesting.
you, we're going to be talking about this a month from now, November 9th. LP was right. I hope we'll have a replay of my audio right here. Panthers and Bears, November 9th, Thursday Night Football, primetime. Both teams will be winless.
They're both 0-8.
And the only way they're going to market that game is that they're going to say both teams haven't won a game. It is the Ophir Bowl. Whoever loses this game is going to get the number 1 pick in the draft and get Caleb Williams. Bookmark it.
It's crazy.
It is.
Okay. And you know what?
And you know what you're going to say when it happens, Cade? You're going to be like, how did we not see this 5 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago? And
Someone
you're going to be
did.
like, holy shit, LP called it.
LP fucking called it. Well,
Hey, in order to
I like
have
that.
in order to
I
have
like
a
the
book,
narrative.
you have to have an author to write the story. Remember that.
Right. Yeah, there definitely is one somewhere.
There's this story here.
Okay, you know what?
So who's the
What
lock
was
of the
my
week?
okay? No, but
Your favorite
hold up,
underdog
hold up,
was
hold up,
Bears
hold up.
plus 6. And
But what was my first favorite underdog? And I want to give you your narrative, and I want to
no, I like Bears plus 6.
I like
I
Bears
just don't
plus
think
6,
they're going
but
to win the
originally
game.
I said Cardinals plus 3, and
You've
I'm
been
stuck
you've
between
been you've
them
been
two.
switching a lot on the favorite.
I have been
favorite.
switching.
Who's your favorite again? It's
This is my
Jets.
first time
It's
with-
Jets plus 1.5. Or no,
no, because that didn't. Yeah, no, it
So it's
wasn't.
Chiefs -4.
My favorite, favorite.
Favorite
is Chiefs
Chiefs
minus
-4. Your favorite
my
underdog.
favorite underdog. I'm all over the place. I
I like Bears plus 6.
do too, bro. I'm going Bears plus 6. I got to. And for this storyline, for this narrative, just fuck LP. I'm gonna go Bears plus 6. Prime time, Thursday Night Football. Lock it in
I
on
like
Prime
it.
Video. And now our lock of the week.
You want me to go first, or you want you?
This can be any pick. This is just what you're most
my lock
confident
of the, I never I have my locks of the week. This is my lock of this is remember this is week 5. This lock that I'm about to say is my favorite lock through week 5 weeks. And it's not the Cowboys. So my lock of the week is not only Jaguars plus 5.5, but Jaguars money line.
I like it. That
Jags
was
to
almost my
win the
pick. Yeah.
game. Jags to win the game in London. They've been there for 2 weeks already because they went there a week before their game last week against the Falcons.
London's weird.
So they've already settled it. They're London's team. They play there every year. They're London's team. The Bills just had a crazy win against the Dolphins. I think it's going to be like a Dolphins score 70, then get humbled. Bills kill the Dolphins, and then get humbled by Jacksonville. Jacksonville is my lock of the week. Not their plus 5.5.
Money
Not
line.
no alternate.
You know what
plus
the money
10.
line is?
It's plus 200. I've already taken it.
Oh my lord.
I've already taken it. It's
Throw
my
it
lock of
down.
the season through 5 weeks. I think the Jaguars win. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was by double digits, but like I'm not going to tell you to take double digits, but Jaguars to win the game, it's happening. My lock of the week. I love it.
It's hard. It's hard for me to pick a lock of the week that's different from my picks I've made. I think this one's. It's hard. I think my lock of the week is Monday Night Football. I think I have, dude, I don't know. I think at home in Vegas, Raiders +1. Probably should have been my underdog of the week. Probably should have been my underdog of the week.
I'm so high on the Raiders.
The Packers go into Las Vegas. The Packers are 2-2. The Raiders are 1-3. It's in Vegas, bro. Prime time.
Especially if Jimmy G plays.
That was the question because I saw he's questionable.
Jimmy G is a winner, bro.
And
the Raiders, they have not been playing. He's a winner.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think he's been on winning teams, but
like, in order to have winning teams, you need to have winning players.
For sure. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Jimmy G guy, but I just think that game is too, like, to give the Packers the favorite with a rookie quarterback in prime time in Vegas.
Yeah, it's prime time in Vegas.
In Vegas is the biggest thing for me. Everyone's gambling on that game, bro.
I love
Everyone's
it.
there.
I love it. That was almost my favorite underdog.
Yeah, I like it.
Like, I will definitely be betting on the Raiders Monday night.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think that's just, you can't not when you see that. Yeah. Anything could happen because it's Monday Night Football. And I hate...
And you're going with the veteran quarterback at home in a city like Vegas.
He can't lose
versus
that game.
a rookie quarterback.
He can't lose that game. That team can't lose that game.
Being that they're not the underdog makes me like... Or being that they are the underdog makes me like him more.
For sure.
Like, if the Raiders are minus, like, 2.5, I'd be skeptical.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
watch, bro. They're not what you think they are.
Yeah. Being the Packers are favored, I like it more.
For sure. For sure. But my thing with locks of the week, like, prime time's always sketchy, so I hate to make that my lock of the week. Usually it's a noon game.
I love it.
Someone who just should win the game. Like, I want to take Texans or something, the Ravens at the Steelers, something like that. But that game, like, just stood out to me. I got to say it. So
yeah, I love it.
I agree. Now let's just go into the pick'ems and we'll finish out with that. We're going to go through every game and just give
a little rapid fire.
Yeah, a little rapid fire from... We're just going to go the spreads, so we're not betting money lines here. I mean, if you have one, throw it out there, but we're just going to go spreads. Pick the spreads, and then we'll throw the over-unders too, I guess. But, yeah, to start off, we got Thursday Night Football, Bears at Commanders. The Bears are +6. The Commanders are -6. What do you have there?
I got Commanders -6, and I got the under.
Cool. Well, I obviously have to go Bears +6 here. I
just can never bet the over on a primetime game. That's my take.
Especially unless between those two teams, it might be a shit show.
Unless it's like a crazy, like Dolphins versus Vikings or like something where I think it's gonna be high scoring. I can't bet the over on a primetime game, especially when it's the Bears and Commanders. Like, I could easily see this being like 24 to like 13 or something like that. Like somewhere in the third. I definitely think it gets in the 30s.
Now that you say that out loud, I see that being the score.
Yeah, it might be the score, and we can go back to that.
All right, I'm going to go over. So I got Bears plus everything that he said, the opposite. I got Bears +6, and I got over 44.5. 8:30 in the morning. Where are they playing again?
In London.
London, Jaguars, Bills. I think we're going to, I mean, you already said it. I got Jags +5.5. I love the Jaguars.
And then I got the over in this game.
Interesting.
I think it's going to be like a 30-20 type game, like Jags, or maybe even like a high 20, like 28-24, which barely hits the over. But I'm not betting under against Jaguars and Bills.
Right.
It's just it's like morally I can't.
Yeah.
It's like I'm fine with betting the over and then losing, but I can't take the under. And then when it hits the over, it's just like I'm an idiot.
They're going to be tired. It's going to be early as hell.
The Bills will be tired.
Well, actually, how does that work with time zones?
Well, Jaguars have been there for 2 weeks.
No, 8:30 in the morning. Is that like what?
Oh, I think it's late. No, it's not 8:30 there. It's 8:30 for us Central Time. So it's 9:30
okay. I'll take
East
the over.
Coast.
I'll take the over.
I think it's 12 o'clock their time.
Okay.
Or like 12:30.
Okay, I'll take the over. Let's get into the actual slate. So noon, first game.
I almost took Colts as my favorite underdog. It's in Indiana. They almost beat the Rams last week. Anthony Richardson proved to me that he can lead a fourth quarter comeback. They were down 14 going into the fourth quarter, and they came back and made it to overtime in a game they easily could have won. I'm taking the Colts +2 or money line, whichever one I think they're going to win the game. And then I'm taking the under because I think the Titans defense is kind of like the Browns, like a wannabe Browns, where it's going to be like a dirty game, like 17-9 or something like that.
Yeah.
17-9. They're going to put up 3 field goals.
It's going to be 56 degrees. Oh, I guess it's inside. But
It's going to be like 17-9. The Colts are going to win.
yeah, I'd love to have a different take. I think that, I think the Colts win. I mean, they're both, the Titans are 0-2 on the road. Colts are 0-2 at home. They're both 2-2. It's anyone's game. It's
I
a
don't
good
believe in
line.
Ryan. Like I liked Ryan Tannehill, but I like Ryan Tannehill, and then I hate Ryan Tannehill.
Actually, because no, I don't. I'm never on the flip side. I hate Ryan Tannehill, but like, I do think just from like a perspective of like the Titans cannot lose this game, bro. Like it is Ryan Tannehill. Like this is your veteran quarterback. Like y'all have an established team. Derrick Henry's playing.
You taking the Titans?
I'm taking the Titans. I'm taking the
Okay,
Titans.
what you got, over or under?
The line's at 43. Let me do some math. I think
I got the under.
I got the under as well. I got the under as well.
I think it slams.
I agree. I think it's the under, but I do have the Titans. That'll be a boring game. They're gonna win by a close margin. What are they? They're -2. I think they'll cover the -2, just because it's 2 points. But I think it'll be a close game and low scoring as well. Saints, Patriots. This one's fun.
I love it.
I have the Patriots, and I love the Saints, bro. I have the Patriots.
This was like I'm telling you, it's an underdog week, bro. After 4 games, I'm telling you, I have out of 3 out of the past 4 games we've talked about, I have the underdog.
Yeah.
And when I mean I have the underdog, I'm
Winning.
I'm talking about winning. Like
Yeah.
I have the Saints in New England. This is the game, like, if I was a betting man, I would say stay away from.
Big if.
If I was a betting man, I would say stay away from, because Bill Belichick is having his worst season ever.
I don't bet against Bill.
Like he's having his worst game ever, like worst season ever. It's in New England. Like, I'm not confident when I say this, but I think the Saints are gonna somehow. I think they're gonna find a way. Like I think it's a game-winning field goal type game. Game-winning, like whoever has the ball last drive, whoever kicks that field goal is gonna win.
I mean, dude. Have you looked at the Saints' past few games? Like, I mean, last week, and Derek Carr's playing again, so they got their team, they got their starter. They lost the Bucs 26-9 in New Orleans in the Superdome last week. The Packers beat them the week before. Their win was against the Panthers and the Titans. They beat the Panthers by 3. They beat the Titans by 1 in New Orleans. I feel like they're struggling. They're barely holding on to their team, bro. Everything's falling apart.
Hey,
The
new
Patriots
week.
I know, I agree, but they're going on the road to New England, and I don't think that's a fun place to play. The Patriots are coming off.
No, yeah, I don't hate your take at all.
I
Like,
mean, the Patriots just got railed by the Cowboys.
If I saw Sunday that the Patriots won, like I'd be like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But I got a weird feeling about.
Dude,
the
I would
Saints.
take a Patriots alternate spread. They're -1. I would take them like -6.5.
Like if this
-7.5.
was a game where like either team was like +3, like I love it. Like I think it's a field goal winning game.
Yeah, no, I think the
whoever
Patriots
has the
beat
ball
them pretty
last,
decently, actually.
Whoever has you really?
Yeah, no, I really do.
They don't have Matthew Judon or that Christian Gonzalez guy.
I see.
That rookie who's like was for like rookie Depoy, Christian Gonzalez, he's out, and Matthew Judon I think is out too. I think
So
this
at
is a
the end
close
of this game, you think it's Saints?
I
The
think
Saints are
it's
going to be
whoever-
3-2, and the Patriots are going to be 1-4.
When you say that out loud, it's crazy, but I do agree.
All right. Yeah, no, I think the Patriots win
And
outright.
then after
Covered
that,
spread of
you know
1
why
point.
I think that? Because after like this week, they're gonna be like, "Did we fire Bill Belichick?" Like that's what the media.
Never in the no.
No, I promise you.
Do we
Monday
fire
Monday
Bill
Monday
Belichick?
morning, the Patriots are gonna be 1-5 or 1-4, and then the week after that they might be 1-5, and they're gonna be like, "Is it time to let Bill go?" And everyone's like, "How do you even say that?"
There's no way they look around the program and are like, "All right, this is the
Yeah,
problem."
it's not the problem, but I'm telling you that's the story.
I don't even. What do you think the problem is? Like, I don't. I
just
really don't think they're even a terrible team, bro. I don't think
no,
1-3
I
is what the
100%
Patriots
agree.
are. I think they're gonna win this week, and they're gonna be 2-3, which isn't great. But like, I don't think they're 1-3. They don't. This is a game they gotta win.
Look.
I think they take it.
No, the Patriots are a good team. You want me to tell you why they're 1-3?
I might change it to my favorite.
You want me to tell you why they're 1-3?
What?
First game was the Eagles. Second game was the Dolphins. Fourth game was the Cowboys. The only team they've beat was the Jets, and they won by 5.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. To my point, I just like.
I think, and then guess what? Then they play the Saints. I think they're gonna lose. Then they play the Raiders. I bet they win that. But even though it's a Josh McDaniels versus Bill Belichick,
You're gonna say they beat the Bills.
But then after that, they play the Bills and Dolphins. Like they're not making the playoffs.
So I think they got to get a win in here. I'm okay. I think that they're beating the Saints. I actually really like. I'm excited for this game. I'm confident on the Patriots. But I see what you're saying. Ravens, Steelers.
I'm riding with the underdogs.
Oh, we didn't do an over under for Saints,
either?
Patriots. Oh yeah, no, we might even make a loss in this.
Hold up, first, you think I can run to the bathroom?
Yeah. We're gonna get a bathroom break real quick.
All right, bet.
Okay, where were we? We were
Ravens.
we just
Steelers.
finished the Saints and Patriots. Okay,
but we
back.
need to do over and under for that game though.
Okay, did we do the Colts?
Yeah, I had the
I don't remember.
I had the under because that's when I was like it's gonna be like 17-9. We both had the under.
Yeah, for sure. Under on that game. Saints Patriots. It's at 40. Over.
Saints Patriots. I think it's a barely over.
Dude, that's a good line. 40 points is a good line because I'm seeing like 23-17.
That's 40.
Like, that's 40.
I was just about to say I'm seeing 24-17.
Yeah.
Saints win.
No, I was saying something different.
But I also am contradicting myself because I said it's going to be like a game-winning field goal. I got 23-20 Saints.
I don't bet the over-under for that game. If I have to pick one, I'm going over to say a thing.
I'm going to go the over 2. I'm not a big even though I don't
guy.
Like it.
Yeah. I love the next game. Ravens, Steelers. Ravens -4, Steelers +4. I love Ravens -4. This was almost my favorite.
That's so funny.
Shut up.
Steelers +4. This was almost my lock of the week. I almost wanted to take it. Me personally, I have already bet Steelers money line. I think Mike Tomlin is just gonna find a way to win this game. Kenny Pickett's out. Mitch Trubisky's
chill.
Mitch Trubisky's the quarterback. I'm pretty sure this week. Like
Money Mitch is back in the game. The MVP.
I'm pretty sure Mitchell Trubisky's the starting quarterback this week.
All right.
And I think Mike Tomlin is just gonna find a dirty way to win this game. And when
I
I mean dirty, that means I love the under. Like
right, a gritty
like these teams are gonna battle. They're gonna it's gonna be 4th and inches on the 50-yard line, and they're not gonna go for it. They're gonna punt it and be like, we're gonna pin them on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
And make them go on a 10-minute drive.
I could see it being one of those games where like it looks like they're playing in the snow, but like the weather's normal. But like it's one of those like crazy.
You put it. Oh no, Kenny Pickett is playing so far. I think right now he's
either way. I'm taking the Ravens -4. I think that this is just a freebie.
Kenny Pickett was limited at practice today, but if he plays or he doesn't play, I kind of like if Trubisky is the quarterback. I kind of like it better if he is, but I like Steelers +4 and the under.
Okay, that's fun. I like Ravens and the over. And by the way, LP's usually right. I'm wrong, but I do.
Just because he said that, I'm gonna be wrong about everything.
Yeah, no, that's why I did it. This is a fun one. We got Texans Falcons. Is everyone healthy? I don't know much about this game. Yeah, it looks like
this is a game
for the
where
most part,
I'm not like looking at like that.
Dameon Pierce is questionable. If Dameon Pierce don't play, then it's obvious. Like that's a huge piece. The Falcons win that one, but let's assume everyone's healthy for this game. Falcons at home.
I got the Texans again.
I do too.
But it's kind of scaring me. What have we gone through? 6 games, and I've 5 out of 6 games I've.
Dude, I think Desmond Ridder is absolute ass.
I think he is terrible. If I was the Falcons, this is what I do. I make a trade for Justin Fields. I like the Justin Fields with like Kyle Pitts. He's got Bijan. He's got Drake London. Like, I kind of like that.
I love that.
I love that. Like,
and I Bears, saw that,
and I feel like the Bears want Caleb Williams. The Bears want Caleb Williams. And I feel
like
it's just
tanking.
like, hey, let's, like, the Falcons, like, you aren't as bad as us, so take Justin Fields. You guys have the weapons where you can make him good. Because Kyle Pitts has been, I think, the biggest disappointment in the past decade.
Not by his fault.
Not by his fault at all.
He's insane.
If you give him a guy like Justin Fields, like Bijan, as much as I hate to say it because he's from Texas, but he is him.
No, Bijan is that's a crazy statement.
He is a top 5 running back.
I think he's the best running back in the league. I'm trying to think of
talent-wise, like
yes.
if Bijan and CMC switch places, Bijan is gonna be, he would be
right there. I mean, like
he'd be Opoy.
Easily, bro. I think mean, I think
Bijan is
thought about all the rookies. I think he's rookie of the year.
Him or CJ Stroud.
No, I could. Yeah, when you say it that way, I think definitely Bijan's rookie of the year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
but Bijan, if you gave Justin Fields Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, there's no way he could suck.
Right. I love
and
that.
Algier is a backer. Like, he's good, too, in the red zone. Like, Algier is good. And I bet I'm missing a player, too, that the Falcons have. But
Falcons. Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, the Falcons are.
But with also that being said, I'm taking the Texans.
Right, and I am, too. But, like, when you look
Just
at, like,
'cause of
two,
Ritter.
like, I guess you could call them both, like, young teams and, like, teams that are trying to, like, build.
Yeah.
I think the Texans are, like, on a much better trajectory right now, especially, like, they had
Yeah, for
easily the best
sure.
draft. Easily the best draft.
Oh, yeah, Will Anderson, CJ Stroud.
Insane.
For sure.
And like they still have to the Falcons might be on, because of Desmond Ritter, they might be on a route where it's like, all right, like we're gonna finish out the year, but like we're looking to make big changes, and like this is not the team we want. Houston is like, this is the team we want. We're trying to build on top of it, but like this is our quarterback, these are our guys, this is our staff, like this is our team. Like we can improve, but like this is our team that we're going forward. Whereas the Falcons look like, hey, we're kind of crumbling a little bit. We might need to make big changes. I think the Falcons win this game. I think this is actually like.
Really, you think the Falcons? I got
No, sorry. Texans.
Okay,
Sorry.
I
think
got
the Texans win this game.
and then I got the over. I think it's gonna be like a
What is
weird
it, 41
game.
and a half? Oh yeah, yes.
Like I was
41 and a
about
half.
to take the under, but then I was like,
No.
I think it's gonna be like 28-17,
Yes.
28-13. Like they're gonna wait 28-13. That's 41. That's 41.
Yeah, no.
Okay, 28-17.
I think it's an over too, though. I think that like both.
Yeah, I think they're gonna find a way to they're gonna get some weird touchdowns. Like there's gonna be a 50-yard touchdown pass just because teams suck.
Who's catching it?
Was Drake London?
Yeah.
I think Drake London's gonna have a big week this week, just off that touchdown. I think he's gonna have like a 50-yard touchdown pass.
I more so see Bijan just breaking a few huge
I wouldn't be surprised too.
Yeah.
Which is making me want to say
No,
Falcons.
I
but,
still
like,
think it's
I like-
Texans. I still think it's Texans. I still think they're the better football team. I still think they go in there and win.
Fuck it, I'm taking the Falcons.
Okay, cool. I'm
And
stick
you
with Texans.
totally just like fucked me for the whole week, but I'm taking Falcons now, which is freaking crazy because Texans were like one of my favorite picks of the week, but now I'm taking
I
Falcons.
love the Texans.
I'm taking Falcons now. I'm so on the Falcons
league.
now. Bijan, I think, is gonna break one. Drake London, I think, is gonna get a big one.
But to be fair, anytime you say
But
like
when I mean
Bijan
Falcons-
Robinson, like if you put a Bijan highlight tape in front of my face, I'm like, hey, they're beating the fucking.
Yeah.
They're beating everybody.
Damn, that's crazy how I just switched up like that. But yeah, I'm taking the Falcons, but I think like this game's a fluke. Like I think the Falcons are terrible.
Crazy game. Well, do you?
I think it's a
in the
fluke
sense, do you
game.
think like someone beats the other team's ass, or do you think it's close?
I think the Falcons are gonna win a game they shouldn't have.
But this wouldn't be that. It's not like, oh, they beat the Texans. Like that's a huge
That's
upset.
true. That's true. That's true.
They should
But
beat the
I-
Texans
I got
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I think I feel like because it's Falcons, Texans in Atlanta, because the Falcons are. In fact, if you switched it, if you did Texans at home, Falcons on the road, I'd pick Falcons.
Really?
I know it's twisted.
I'd slam Texans if they were at home. I definitely think it's close.
I
I
think
think
the
they're both gonna
Falcons-
score.
No, because I think the Falcons going into this game is like this is one of the few games that we should definitely easily win.
Yeah.
Let's run our game.
Who's we? Are you going Texans?
Well, I think the Texans win, but I'm saying the Falcons go into this game thinking
That's
like
crazy. how
this
you
is an
switched me
opponent.
up.
I'm saying the Falcons are going to go into this game thinking like this is an opponent we need to beat. We're
Yeah.
going to beat them. This is like something we need to check off our list. Texans are an easy win. And I think the Texans just have a lot building for them right now where they're going into this game like
Dude, I agree.
They're going into
I
this
was
game
on the
like-
Texans literally 5 minutes ago, and then
I don't
talking
think you
about
should
what I think is
switch.
gonna happen. Talking about what I think is gonna happen. Dude, I just made a trade of fantasy this week for Dameon Pierce. Like I need Dameon Pierce to put
okay,
up some points.
asterisk. Damian Pierce is questionable. If he doesn't play,
If he
that
doesn't play,
that
I'm
blows the whole
screwed.
game open.
Because I literally made a trade with him with Finkst. So there's no way I lost a trade to
Shout out
Finkst,
Jacob
but
Finkst.
Yeah, shout out JP.
Uh,
But I can't believe I'm switching. But I got Falcons in the over. Totally switched me.
Wow. I'm gonna stick with the over. I'm sticking with the Texans just for everything that I just said. But we'll go on to the
Panthers Lions?
Yeah, is this the last noon game?
No,
it's not. But Panthers Lions.
I got the Lions.
Yeah, easily. What's the spread?
-10. I got them winning. I think the spread is going to be
Whoa,
a sweat.
the spread is crazy, especially if the over under is 45. Fuck, I got. I think the Panthers are awful.
You think they?
I think the
can
Panthers cover. I think the Panthers cover because it's one of those games where the Panthers go into it. They're like, we're 0-4. And I think, like, if you look at the Bears and the Panthers as both, like, oh, they're both 0-4, they're both trying to tank, blah, 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 blah. Like, they're both going into their games like, oh, everyone thinks we're trying to tank, we're this ass, like, we're going to prove some shit. They're playing against the Lions. The Lions are probably the most confident that they've ever been right
that's
now.
true.
And I think that the Panthers, I don't think they win, but I think they keep it close.
Yeah, out of all my picks, this is a game where, like,
I think it's a nail-biter win
I
for
think
the Lions.
the Lions are gonna win this game. I think we all can agree on that. But I'm gonna go with the spread.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see it, and then I'm gonna go with the under because I don't. I'm going. This is a tough over.
I think 24-17 Lions, so I think the Panthers cover.
Can put up that much. I think they're getting a one tutty. What's that? 7. I think they get 2 field goals or 1 field goal. I think they get 10 points, and then the Lions put up 31-10. That's the under. I'm going under. I'm going Lions minus 10 and the under, 31-10.
Okay. I mean, I like the under, but I think I'm going Panthers plus 10.
I don't hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I could easily see, like, Lions are up 7 points or 8 points. Bryce Young has the ball with 2 minutes left, and then he just doesn't produce, and then they lose. But they cover.
Right.
But I trust Dan Campbell because good teams win, great teams cover, and I think he's a great
I think
coach,
to go into a game 0-4, you haven't lost, you're due against the Lions to be plus 10. I think I have to take that. Noon, too. It's a noon game.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't hate it, but I got to ride Lions in the under. I'm taking Lions in the under.
Next is Giants-Dolphins, the last noon game. Spread is 11, minus 11 to the Dolphins, plus 11 to the Giants. I think we're both in agreement. The Dolphins win by 20.
I agree, and I'm taking the under only because the Giants just haven't put up points all year.
I love the under.
If you told me
under 40, it's the over under is 48.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins put up 48 points and then you told me the under still hit.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I'm so serious. Like, I have no faith in the Giants.
The Giants' offense looks so horrible.
If the Dolphins were playing any other team, I would say the over, just because it's the Giants and they haven't put any points up
against anyone.
Barkley's back, I think, but I think he might be limited. But even then, I'm like, there's no way that they put up more than 10 points.
The only way the over hits is like if the Dolphins score so quickly every drive where it's like one play touchdown and it's just like the Dolphins, you know, like
if the Giants score 2 touchdowns, I'd be like, you're crazy.
In fact, I think if you bet Miami minus 11, you have to bet the under because like if you're betting on Miami to win, you're betting on the Giants to just suck ass on offense, like which is consistent with what's been happening all year. Like they're not going to score. Yeah, no, I think this one's pretty easy. Giants.
I love it.
Or Dolphins minus 11.
And the under?
The under is, what was
48 and a half.
48 and a half. So under 48
I think that's
and a half.
just too much for a Giants offense team.
I agree. Now we move into prime time. First game, 3:05 on Fox. We got Bengals Cardinals in Arizona. Bengals minus 3, Cardinals plus 3. This is an interesting game, bro. I've already expressed. I think Cardinals plus 3. And that's just because I think Josh Dobbs is hungry, bro. I think Josh Dobbs is like, and like looking back last year, the year before, it's like it's Josh Dobbs. Like this is just some random ass fucking backup who just can't. He's just like a decent backup. Like I think it's different now. Like I think that he's trying to prove something. I think that Cowboys win did a lot for him, and I think
for sure for his confidence.
It's in Arizona. And I think that they can really use – I think the Bengals are one of those teams right now that you can really beat up on because, like, it's like you can say, like, oh, we're playing against a Super Bowl contender team. Yeah, it's like
they're good and they're bad, so it even gives you more confidence.
Yeah,
like, let's get them while they're down.
Exactly. They're showing up to the game like, hey, this is a team that, like, if we beat them, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Whereas the Bengals are going into every game like, we should win. We need to win. We're the Bengals. We have Joe Burrow. We have Jamar.
What scares me even more is why is the Bengals 1-3 versus the Cardinals 1-3 playing each other at the 3:05 primetime game?
Joe Burrow return.
Like I think the Bengals are gonna shit on them, or like I don't think they're gonna like totally shit on them, but I think this is the game where the Bengals take this as like a needed win, and then they start to build wins. It's gonna be like, hey, 1 week after another. Let's build on this win. Let's build on this win. They're going to get momentum.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I got the Bengals minus 3, and I got the over because as much as I hate the Cardinals, like, I think they're so overrated just because they, like, won. I think the Bengals are going to score, but I think the Cardinals are going to put up some points too.
For sure.
I
Well,
think
we've seen them. They put up 28 on the. Or I don't know the exact score,
but they're gonna put up some points. But I think the Bengals are gonna win. I think the
Yeah.
Bengals got it. I think Burrow's gonna come back.
Well, here's the thing: is like.
But I think T. Higgins is out though.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. He's questionable. I'm looking at it right now, but like, I don't think that's the deciding factor. I really think like I agree with you. The Bengals are due to like turn it on at some point. Like they're not gonna go.
They're
they're not gonna go 3-14, bro.
We
Like,
mean Joe Burrow when we mean Bengals.
correct. He is the
Okay,
entire
yeah.
team. But like I'm saying that well, because obviously the only reason the Bengals are losing is because Joe Burrow is not Joe
playing
Burrow
good,
right now.
yeah.
But I think that they're gonna have to flip a switch at some point. They're gonna have to come back and be maybe not the Bengals we saw a couple of years ago, but like they're gonna have to be like Joe Burrow's gonna have to be
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, and it's like when does that happen? This is the perfect opportunity for that to happen. I just feel like on paper, like I don't know, it's just like
I love it.
I see this game. I'm going Arizona +3. I would not be surprised. In fact, if the Bengals win, if you're gonna bet on the Bengals, bet an alternate spread. Bet on them to win by like
9.5.
8+. Yes,
yeah, 9.5.
literally. Yeah.
All right.
So it's either I feel like it's Cardinals money line, and they're the underdog, or Bengals Bengals -8.5. Like Bengals
Yeah.
are kicking their ass if the Cardinals are winning a close.
So what are you taking?
I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I'm gonna take the Cardinals +3.
Okay, I'm taking Bengals -3, and I got the over.
Yeah, I like the over for sure.
Okay, cool.
I think it'll be I think it'll be. Well, I feel like if the Bengals. Well, I take that back because if the Bengals lose, every Bengals loss has been because they scored 3 points.
Yeah.
So.
Are you going Cardinals in the under? Total fade from my
God
Bengals
damn it,
over.
bro, I don't like the under. I think we all know what's about to happen, but I guess I'll stick with the Cardinals. Cardinals +3
And the under?
and the under.
I'm going Bengals over, baby.
I like your pick better than mine, but
I
have to stick
definitely
with
agree
it.
with you.
No,
If you
actually,
go
now that
Cardinals,
yeah.
if you go Cardinals +3, you can't bet the
exactly,
over.
exactly. And
Because
now
there's
that I
no
hear-
way. There's
yeah.
no way Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Bengals. I might just call him Joe Bengals now.
That's
There's
fine.
no way Joe Bengals puts up more than 20 points and loses to the Cardinals.
Right. If Joe starts playing real football, he's winning
Like
every
he's
game.
he's winning the game.
He's definitely beating the fucking Cardinals, like for sure. But
All right,
let's go into the real games. We got a few left.
Eagles Rams.
Yes.
I got the Rams +4.5.
Eagles -4.5.
And then I got the under. I think 50.5 is too much, and that's scary.
I'm trying to think of what 50.5 would look like point wise. You got
24-27, which I could see.
but that's not covering my spread. I think 31 to like 17. What would that be?
31. That's 31, 17, 51. That covers
Is
by
that-
half. Wait, no. 31, 17?
That's like 48.
That's the under.
All right, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do Eagles Eagles -4.5 in the under.
I got Rams +4.5 and the under.
This
as
is
well.
awesome.
But we both have the under for that game, though, right?
Yeah, under
All right,
15.
And I got Rams +4.5.
Yeah.
And I think I'm fading you in this next game, too.
Oh, I love this game. Jets Broncos in Denver. We have where'd my shit just pull it up.
I'm going
Broncos.
Broncos -1.5, and I'm going the under. I think the Broncos are about to win back-to-back games, and everyone's going to be like, is Sean Payton turning it around? And everyone's going to be like, you're an idiot. You just beat the Bears and the Jets, the 2 worst teams in the league. You guys still suck. But I think the Broncos are going to win by like a tutty, and I think the under is going to hit. It's going to be like a 17-9 game. Broncos win. Or even 17-16.
I hate letting you go first because you always change my mind, but I really think that the Jets, like, this is a crazy game. You can either say this is an awesome game or this game is ass, but, like, I think, so it's in Denver.
Or here, you want me to tell you what's actually going to happen?
Dude, in Denver, I think I like the
Here, let me tell you what's actually going to happen, Cade. It's going to be 17-9.
LP has a script, by the way.
Yeah, I have the script. It's going to be 17-9. It's going to actually be 17-6, but then the Jets are going to get a field goal in the fourth quarter. It's going to make 17-9. And it's going to be like, holy shit, are the Broncos about to choke again? And then the Jets are going to get the ball back with 17-9. They're going to go down. They're going to get a touchdown with Garrett Wilson. Or fuck it, not Garrett Wilson. Dalvin Cook's going to score a touchdown. And then it's going to be 17-15. They're going to need to go for 2, and they're not going to get it. And then the Broncos are going to kneel. 17-15, Broncos win, and they cover by half a point, -1.5. 17-15. I have Broncos -1.5, and I have the under.
Do you believe that Aaron Rodgers might come back towards the end of the season? Because I think that
I
changes.
mean,
this
I'm all
narrative.
for it. I'm all for it.
But do you think it's possible? Because like
I think he doesn't.
he's
come
not
back.
going to come back if they're like
Yeah, that's
6
yeah.
and
I think he's not going to come back because I think the Jets are going to not make.
if they're
playoffs.
6-11, like obviously Aaron Rodgers is
he's
not
not
going to
come back.
Like,
I think he's not going to come back because.
but they
the
put up a
Jets are
fight.
gonna-
They put up a fight.
That's what.
Against the
that's what.
Chiefs.
That's what the book wants you to believe.
You are the book. I don't know. Yeah, it's.
That's what the book wants you to believe, and I'm telling you, the author is writing a different story.
I'm gonna go with Jets.
Every
Because I
week,
have to,
every
it's my
week is a
gut.
new chapter. Every week is a new chapter. Remember that.
I just feel like I've seen so much of the like Broncos at this point where it's like, what am I?
What
watching?
have you seen from the Jets?
Fight.
I've seen losses,
I've seen losses, but hey, you got to take away the Cowboys. No one
but
can beat
I
the
got.
Cowboys.
So are you taking? You're taking. You have the Jets, and are you taking over under? You
Dude.
you already have the Jets as your favorite underdog, so you got to stick with them.
I'm sticking with the Jets.
And do you have over or under?
Dude, these are two great defenses. These are two.
When you mean two great defenses, are you referring to the Mike McDaniel 70 piece the Broncos got?
That makes me like the Jets more. I like the Jets, and I like Mile High, bro. I like the under just because I think both teams are gonna like slightly underperform on offense. I think both defenses are gonna stick up. But I don't know, 43.5. Like I'm trying to like 21 to like.
I like the under. I don't think either team puts up 20 points.
Yeah, no, I agree. Under Jets. Just go ahead and take Jets money line.
And the next game I think is the craziest game of the week.
Chiefs Vikings.
I got-
Taylor Swift versus Kirk
This
Cousins.
is another
bro.
fade. You have this is both. This is our favorites of the week.
Yeah.
You got Chiefs minus
Dude.
4. I have Vikings plus 4,
Okay, so that's already written, but
and then I have
The
the,
over
over.
under.
I got the over,
over 52.5 points.
which is
Dude, no, I agree. I think it's gonna be 40 something to 30 something. I think this is gonna be like the old like the Vikings of last year versus like the Chiefs that we all know.
But
like,
the only part that scares me is I could so see in this game being like 28-24. The spread being exactly right or like something like that, where it's like a push for the Vikings and then the under hits by half a point. Like 28-24, I could so see this being this game.
that would be
but-
what 52.
But I'm not betting the under when it's Patrick Mahomes versus Kirk Cousins in October being Kirktober.
Over.
Yeah, I'm betting the over.
Over. Yeah, no, Chiefs Vikings over. I got the Chiefs. He has the Vikings, or Chiefs minus 4. He has Vikings plus 4.
Here, let's go to Monday night first.
Okay, we're gonna So
Let's
the
go to
Sunday
Monday night
night
first.
game will end on
We'll-
that because
we'll
it's
end
a
on
pretty
Sunday
important
night.
game. But Monday night we got Packers Raiders.
I got Raiders.
Yes,
I think we both got Raiders.
that was my luck of the week.
Yeah, I got the Raiders too. Exactly what Cade was talking about earlier. Because if the Raiders were minus 2.5, I'd be skeptical. But just because it's the Raiders are underdogs, I'm taking the Raiders. I'm not betting on a rookie quarterback in prime time on Monday night. Like if you
Right.
told me the Packers won, like I wouldn't be surprised. But as like a pick 'em,
Yes.
I'm not betting a veteran quarterback on Monday Night Football in prime time as an underdog at home in Las Vegas versus a rookie quarterback. I'm just not doing it.
Right. No, to me this is just math. Like
Yeah.
if you watch football,
this
like
is
you
2 plus
know,
2
like,
equals
correct.
4.
correct. And even, like you said, if the Packers win, like we both hyped up Jordan Love earlier, I would not be surprised. But you have Las Vegas at home Monday night,
Yeah.
prime time. It's the only event on TV that day.
Yeah, for
Sure.
sure.
Vegas literally has gambling inside of the arena. Like it's like
Yeah.
people go there. The crowd is different.
And just because it's in Vegas, I'm going to I want to say everything in me says the over, but just because it's in Vegas, I'm taking the under. I'm doing the opposite of what people want.
yes.
People
And-
want points, people want the over. Just because it's in Vegas, I'm taking the under.
Yeah, and I love the under too. I love the under, and I love the
But
Vegas.
I love the over. I love the over.
I
love
don't.
the over. But the only
I
reason I'm
want to
taking
bet
the under,
I agree with you, but
the
I don't.
only
love the
reason I'm
under.
taking the
Or
under
I don't
is
love the over.
because of the game, because it's in Vegas and the book doesn't want. The book does the opposite of what the people want.
Yeah, especially in prime time.
Exactly.
In fact, if
so
you want
that's
to
why I'm
bet,
taking the under.
this is just pro expert advice. If you want to bet on what is like the obvious thing to happen, you bet the noon games. Like when you see a team,
Agreed.
noon
And-
games go how they're supposed to go.
For Monday Night Football, I got Raiders 20-19.
Ooh. He has a score prediction.
20-19.
20 to 9. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I see. I don't want to. I don't have a prediction as far as the
Raiders
score.
and under.
I love the Raiders in the under. I love the Raiders in the under. I think that No, yeah, I think that's it. I think that Jordan Love goes. My other thing too is like, if you're the Raiders and this is a team that, I mean, you have Devontae Adams and shit now. It's like this is your team that you think is gonna be good. You're not. You're 1-3, but like like this is. Who are you gonna beat if not the Packers at home against a rookie quarterback?
I agree. Especially in prime time is what's selling it.
Yeah, you have to, like, this is one of those games where, like, if you are even somewhat what you say you are, you have to win this game.
You have to win this game.
The Packers don't have to win this game. The Packers, it would be a huge win. If the Packers win this game,
Packers win this game, it's like whatever. If they lose, it's like, hey, it's
Yeah.
a rookie quarterback against Jimmy G in prime time. Like, this was a toss-up. If we were at home, we win this game.
I agree, 100%. And we're going to backtrack a little bit to the night prior, and we're going to end on what I think, unbiased, is the biggest game of the entire season thus far. We have Sunday Night Football on NBC 720. The Dallas Cowboys are marching into San Francisco to play the 49ers. I am so excited for this game.
I want you to go
unreal.
first. You go
I am
first.
so excited.
Give me your prediction of how this game's going to go.
God, bro. Okay, so to give you my real take, like I'm terrified for Dak Prescott to walk into San Francisco again and like to perform. I mean, like if he performed as he's supposed to and decently, I would be surprised. Like I think that it's Dak Prescott. Like he's not. It's just everything is like every odd is stacked against him this week. I think he balls out, bro. I think that everyone around him steps up in games like this. I think that, and especially seeing Micah kind of iffy last week and the week prior being the Cardinals, and everyone's like, oh, like, what are the Cowboys right now? Like, they beat the Giants, they kicked their ass. Like, what is this team? These are the games where the Cowboys go in and they not only take care of business. Like, in fact, the Cowboys are not good at taking care of business. The Cowboys are good whenever they're underdogs and whenever people don't expect them to do well. They go in and they overperform. It's in San Francisco. Obviously, the Niners are going to treat this as a huge game, but the Niners treat every week the same. Like, they're a very business team. The Cowboys are the type of team where they're like, we're going to put all of our effort. We're going to, like, ignore the next few weeks and the past couple. We're going to put everything into this Niners game for revenge purposes, but also just to prove something. The Cowboys are +4. I'm taking their money line. I would not take the Cowboys +4. It's either the Niners -4 or the Cowboys money line. I mean, for the sake of the pick 'em, I guess you'd go Niners -4. But, like, no, fuck that. Cowboys are winning this football game. We're going into San Francisco. We're winning the game.
You have over or under?
What is that, 45? I actually like the over in this one. I know you're looking at, like, two of the best defenses in the NFL, but I've seen the Cowboys defense let up points against the Cardinals. And I mean, I guess that's really the only example this year, but Trayvon out now. Shanahan's a genius, bro. If any team is going to score against the Cowboys, which I've already seen people score against them, the Niners are going to take the Cowboys defense is great. The Niners are the one team that they're going to run over our defense. Not run all over, but like they're going to take care of our defense. I think that they're going to put up points, but I also think it's going to be matched. I think that it's going to be a competitive game. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I agree with you where I think it's going to be a shootout. Like, I think these offenses are going to excel, even though I think I think these are the best I think these are the two best defenses in the league facing off right now, and everyone thinks that, and it's going to be the over.
Yeah.
And I actually have a different pick than you. I'm not taking Cowboys money line. I'm taking Cowboys -6.5. I am taking Cowboys -6.5. I think that
I might change my pick.
I think that the Cowboys, I think they're gonna watch a video. They have some type of hype video. If this is what I do if I'm Mike McCarthy. If I'm Mike McCarthy, I pull up the playoff game of last year and I just make them all sit down and watch it. Instead of having film on tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night, I make them just rewatch all the pain that they felt. I want them to show like all the Cowboys fans in the stands at home crying, and I want them to feel it. Yeah. I want them to feel it. Or not even tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday morning. Saturday, just make them relive it. Make them relive the moment. Saturday night, and then them just sleeping on it all night. Like, We don't want to beat you. We want to
Destroy
take your
you.
heart out.
Yeah.
And I think the Cowboys are going to come in there at home being like, hey, we did it at their like they did it at our place. We're going to do it at their place.
I also love the narrative of, like, Niners are 4-0, undefeated. They're at home. Cowboys are 3-1. We're the challengers. We're the underdogs. I can more so see both teams walking away 4-1 than I can see the Niners walking away 5-0 and we're 3-2.
Yeah, we're not 3-2. I don't see that at all.
Exactly.
I got Cowboys, not spread, not money line, alternate -6.5 and the under. I love the over, but I just can't take it. I can't.
You just don't think the Niners can score? See, I think the Niners are going to score. That's my thing. I think it's going to be one of those games where both teams score points, bro. And I think both teams have. I think both teams are going to have plays or drives where they get stuck.
I hate this over under. This one.
It's a weird one. It doesn't make sense. If this was 50.5, I might be even more inclined to take the over. I don't know. It's just like when you see 45 for a game like this, it's like it's either going way under or way over. Like that's just like a random drawn line.
It's gonna be like 17-13, like a 30 point over, or it's gonna be
40
like
to 30 something,
or it's gonna be like 38-35, or like 35-31. Ooh, I kind of like that. 35-31, Cowboys. Oh, fuck that. And 35-28 actually is my final prediction. No, that doesn't happen. 35-27. Brock Purdy's gonna have a chance. Brock Purdy's going to have a chance to go down and win the game, 35-27, and then he's going to throw a pick to Stephon Gilmore.
I don't see Brock Purdy ending on a pick.
35. Well, he's going to have to throw it up. It's going to be fourth quarter. He's going to have to throw it up. And Curse. Actually, I'm changing that back.
J-Ron?
Curse is going to get an interception. Cowboys are going to win 35-27. Cowboys -6.5 hits. So I got Cowboys -6.5, and I have the over.
I love it. I'm sticking with the over, and I said Cowboys money line, but yeah, switch it to -6.5. It don't matter. I think the boys in blue are gonna go take care of it in San Francisco. No bias here. I assume a lot of people out there are Cowboys haters, rightfully so. You should be, but I think that everyone's going to be watching this game. Like I think this is the game to watch, obviously. Sure. And people want to see the Cowboys choke.
Taylor Swift might come to this game.
Yeah, no, Taylor Swift.
I would not be surprised if Taylor Swift was in this game.
If all of a sudden you see Dak and Taylor Swift dating after this Sunday night, I would not be surprised in the slightest.
I would not.
Dak gets his, but we're running low on studio time here. We're about to get kicked out, but
I think this was a great first pod
for sure.
I hope you guys listen to these pick'ems. Gave a lot of value out of this, but this was a good fun time here.
No, it's a good thing to start on for sure, but also I think that these will be a little bit more entertaining as we go along because now we have our picks set out there. Yeah, we said them, you heard them here. We can't take them back. They're out. So next week, after all of this unfolds,
instead of our little predictions and futures, we'll give you a little quick recap of how I totally went 35 or 36-0 on all my over-unders and pick'ems, and we'll talk about what Cade needs to do better in his picks. And
after this week, I might start just throwing down crazy parlays. Maybe this straight pick'em shit is not for me, but appreciate y'all for listening. There's definitely going to be more going forward. We look to bring on guest pickers, have people call in. We're going to do a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shout out TBH. You already know. Shout out TBH.
For sure. Cowboys, Super Bowl. I know I said different in the beginning, but and also it is OU Texas week. I know that we didn't talk about college football, but we are in Norman right now. We're both traveling to the state fair.
Yeah. Sooners -7. If anyone wants to get a quick lock at the week,
right now the Sooners are +6.5.
I know that's why I said Sooners -7.
Slam the Sooners money line.
No, and go alternate. Sooners -7. Trust.
I like it.
If you did 9.5, I wouldn't be mad, but don't do anything 10 or above. But -9.5, I love for the Sooners.
I agree. Appreciate y'all.
Lockhouse is out.
Boomer baby. This is the first episode of the Lockhouse. Stay tuned for next week. We will be back, and we will be recapping everything that we said this week and where we were right or wrong, hopefully right. And we will be giving you picks for the next week. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace out.